Hey, Happy New Year. I don't think there's a better New Year's song than Auld Lang Syne. It's the quintessential New Year's song, in my opinion. I've not heard this version by Home Free, so I'm super looking forward to it. Before we jump in, I want to say in the new year, if you've been following for NF, Ren, or Dimash, more of that to come for sure in the new year. And other things as well. Really appreciate all the recommendations and really appreciate you, all your kindness and encouragement. So, Home Free, Auld Lang Syne, here we go. Ooh.
Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind?
Wow.
Should old acquaintance be forgot and days of Auld Lang Syne? For
Ah.
Of kindness yet for Auld Lang Syne. And here's a hand, my trusty friend, that gives a hand to thine. We'll take a cup of kindness yet for Auld Lang Syne. For Auld Lang Syne, my dear, for Auld Lang Syne. We'll take a cup of kindness yet for Auld Lang Syne. Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot and days of Auld Lang Syne?
Yeah, they nailed it, didn't they? Oh my goodness. Beautiful. Unreal. That was unreal. I mean, the harmonies are incredible. The voices are stellar. The depth of the bass, like the low baritone and the bass, is what a treat that is. And it's kind of I think a kind of a rare, underexplored range we don't hear a lot of that in popular music. And I was so grateful that they kind of ended down there, because this is such a well-known tune. What you don't want to do is jazz it up to the point where the melody becomes unrecognizable. I mean, this is a tried and true tune that leaning into it with the kind of integrity, kind of intellectual, musical integrity, trusting the melody instead of trying to make it too fancy, is absolutely the way to go, the way to end the song. They hit a crescendo of sorts, where I don't know anybody's names, but the tenor, amazing tenor voice, he put a couple little runs in there and tiny little alterations to the melody that were completely earned and justified. But I loved that they came back around to the low end and anchored the song in what feels like a really respectful kind of hat tip to the original melody. I think the excellence, the beauty of the voices brought me to tears, and all that song carries with it. If you've ever had a meaningful New Year's Eve, watching the ball drop on TV or being with people, so often that's the song that plays at the stroke of midnight, and it conjures up those hugs and those kisses and people who are still with us, people who are no longer with us. I just watched as my wife and I do every Christmas Eve, our favorite Christmas movie, It's a Wonderful Life, which ends with that song and ends with a kind of a somewhat sloppy party mix of like random voices and an old-timey choir singing some bars of that song at the end of it. But by the end of that movie, I'm always in tears. So I think there's a lot of emotion, is my point. A lot of emotion coming from a lot of different places that is associated with that beautiful song. A song, by the way, that for Auld Lang Syne, it basically translates as for old time's sake. And I think it's just so gorgeous to think that we're looking to the future. And most of us are trying to lean toward a kind of hopefulness about that future, but that's off in one tense, the future tense. And actively in the present, drinking a cup of kindness, right? We're having a cheers, having a toast, having that hug, having that kiss, having that dance, having those smiles in the present. But the thing that is really anchoring the celebration and the hopefulness and the shared humanity is the past, the memory of having been there before together. It's bringing the whole timeline together. It's bringing a sense of timelessness of being really present and showing up in the here and now in a way that harkens back to the good times of the past and the beautiful memories shared between people we love, and taking all that with us as we take new steps into the future. My goodness. Can't say that I've heard a more beautiful rendition of the song. And I'm so pleased by that, because I would have been so disappointed if one of my favorite songs had been just given the trash treatment by Home Free. I was not disappointed in the least, as you can tell. I'm thrilled. This is how I want to be going into 2026 with a kind of feeling that I've been blessed by beauty and empowered to take fresh new steps into what is very much unknown. But I go forward with people I love. I go forward making new friends as I've gotten to know some of you. And I think there's a lot to be hopeful for. So with that, I say to you, peace, my friends. I expect great things, even if they arrive in tiny little packages. Be well, be blessed, and until next time.